Hey, fellas. Welcome to Southwest Titans Fantasy Football League Week 9 recap, Week 10 preview. And I'm going to go ahead. I'll apologize this week and going forward. I'm probably going to be very short on the recaps. I'm just spending too much time. Every Saturday, I swear I spend an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes putting these together. Let's face it, we all know if we won or lost. We know who helped us win and the other team who helped the other team beat us. So I'm going to be brief on the recaps. We have this week a new stud of the week and the single highest scoring game so far this season. Shake It Golf. Congrats. Knocked off Tebow United 174 to 120, which was also the largest margin of victory. Shake It Golf, I think this is the first time I've seen this season. He had 10 players in double figures with 4 at 20 plus each. Very impressive. Shake It Golf won his second in a row and improved to 5-4 and sits in fourth place. Tebow United dropped to 1-8. I believe that was his 7th loss in a row and remains in last place. Second highest scoring team with D's Nuts, knocking off the 3-time stud of the week Ozark Mountain Daredevils 153 to 111. D's Nuts has been putting up some strong points 3 out of the last 4 weeks. We'll see if the trend can continue. He might just surprise us all and move up into the playoffs before the end of the season. D's Nuts improves to 3-6, moved into 9th place. He's still alive. Ozark slipped to 5-4, but he still is in good shape in 6th place. Third highest scoring team this past week was Cowpokes, who defeated Mighty Coondogs 149 to 138. I know there was one point where Cowpokes maybe a little bit behind, thought he was going to lose, but he ended up pulling it off to get the win and won his 3rd game in a row. He's sitting at the top of the leaderboard at 8-1 and remains in first place. Mighty Coondogs slipped to 4-5. He's still not out of it and sits in 8th place. That takes us to IH Braves, who beat Paducah Fins 144 to 108. Paducah Fins had been having a strong season, but had a bad week last week. IH Braves improved to 5-4 and sits right outside the playoffs in 7th place. And Paducah Fins slipped to 7-2, but still remains strong in 3rd place. Marinos Mafia gunned down Rides Rabbits 128 to 105. Marinos Mafia is above 500 at 5-4 and sits in 5th place. And my struggles continue, and I fell to a dismal 2-7 and slipped to 10th place. As soon as a trade goes through, I'm sorry. You don't want to hear my whine. Stephon Diggs is now on IR for the rest of the season. Frickin' Olave caught a 13-yard pass at the beginning of the game last week and then was out with a concussion the rest of the game. And now he's out this week. Whatever. No one cares. It's not my season. Finally, FAFO narrowly defeated Hey Fellas 116 to 103. FAFO improves to 7-2 and took over 2nd place over Paducah Fins, while Hey Fellas slipped to 2-7 and is in 11th place. Takes us to our Week 10 preview. Number 1, Cowpokes versus number 6, Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Head-to-head this season, Cowpokes would be 6-3. Medium points, a little tighter. Cowpokes with the edge 141 to 132. Projection right now is Ozark by 4. He's off to a great start, getting 43 points from Lamar Jackson on Thursday night. Cowpokes got 16 from Derrick Henry and his kicker, but that was below their projected points. So Ozark off to a great start. Cowpokes a little below his projections for a start. And for this one, it depends on which Ozark team shows up this week. The Ozark team that scores 150 or the Ozark team that scores 120. I mean, because he's been 3 times stud of the week, so it just depends on which one shows up. And Cowpoke's replacement quarterback this week, he's playing overseas early Sunday morning, so it's always hard to tell what impact that's going to have. This one, it's tough to pick, but I'm giving the edge to Cowpokes this week. But GW disagrees, and he picks Ozark for the upset. Number 2, FAFO versus number 7, IH Braves. IH Braves is one of 4 teams in our league currently sitting at 5-4. So our number 4, 5, 6, and 7th ranked teams are all setting at 5-4. So there's a lot of room for movement there with 5 weeks left in the regular season. And IH Braves is one of those just sitting outside the playoffs right now. Head-to-head, FAFO with a big advantage, 7-2. Median points is really tight. FAFO with the slim advantage, 130 to 127. The projection right now is IH Braves by 18. Both teams are off to average starts Thursday night. Both teams have been somewhat volatile this season. Again, they both have shown potential to have strong games, but then can also put up 115 just as easily, or 120. And the team, they're both dealing with bye weeks this week. I'm leaning towards IH Braves for the upset on this one, and that's going to be my pick. GW disagrees though, and he's going with the favorite, FAFO. Number 3, Paducah Fins versus number 5, Marinos Mafia. Important matchup this week. Head to head, Mafia would have the advantage 5-4. Median points, Mafia would have the advantage 131 to 125. Projection right now is Paducah Fins by 27. And he is off to a hot start. He got 48 freaking points from Jamar Chase on Thursday night. That is just unbelievable. 48 points from a wide receiver in a non-PPR league. That is huge. Mafia is also dealing with some bye week issues as well as injuries. It's going to be difficult for Mafia to combat that hot start from Paducah Fins. I am going with Paducah Fins to get back on winning track this week. And GW agrees with me. Number 4, Shake It Golf versus number 9, D's Nuts. Head to head, Shake It Golf, 7-2 advantage. Median points, Shake It Golf, pretty big advantage, 145 to 123. Projection right now, Shake It Golf by 7. D's Nuts, he only got 3 points from his Ravens kicker compared to his 10-point projection. But, D's Nuts, again, has been strong 3 out of the last 4 weeks. Both teams have shown that ability to score 150-plus points in any given week. I'm sorry, David. I'm giving the edge to Goff this week because he has Saquon Barkley, and I think he's poised to have a huge game against the Cowboys. And I know this is, I hate to say it. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. I mean, we've gotten blown out a few times this season, the Cowboys, even with Dak Prescott, and then Prescott's out, and then CeeDee Lamb's banged up. For some reason, I feel like in the fourth quarter, the Eagles are going to be beating us so bad that both teams are going to pull their top starters. So, maybe maybe Barkley doesn't even play in the fourth quarter because they're winning so big. I'm sorry. I hate to feel that way, but that's just what I think. We'll see what happens. I hope I'm wrong. I'm going with Shake It Golf for the win, and GW agrees with me. Number 8, Mighty Coon Dogs versus number 10, Rides Rabbits. Wah, wah, wah. Head to head, Coon Dogs with the advantage 6-3. Median points, Coon Dogs with the advantage 121-113. Projection, Coon Dogs by 29. Coon Dogs is off to a very mighty start with 48 points from Joe Burrow and 13 from his tight end, Mark Andrews. Double their original projections overall, like between 60 and 61 points compared to the projection of 30. Of course, as soon as it looks like I'm getting McCaffrey back, I got a good trade, and then now I've got Diggs on IR. I've got Olave who's ruled out. He's off to a hot start. I'm going to freaking lose again and not even. I just thought, if I could just win this week, I could still at least say I have a chance. If I lose this week, I'm just done. I mean, it's just mathematically. I mean, that would put me at a losing record, and I don't see anyone getting into the playoffs with a losing record. So, anyway, that's just. I guess I'm just a dreamer. So, anyway, that hot start. Both of my top wide receivers out. I'm going with Mighty Coon Dogs for the win, and GW agrees with me. Again, GW's agreeing with me a lot today. And then finally, number 11, Hey Fellas versus number 12, Tebow United, Battle of the Basement. Head to head, Tebow United would have the advantage 5-4. Median points, Hey Fellas, 109-100. Projection, Tebow United by 2 right now. I know I'm biased. I think, hey, fellas, starting Jalen Hurts this week and playing against the Cowboys, I think he could have a field day. But they could also lean heavily on Barkley, which could limit Jalen Hurts' points. Hey, fellas also has Tank Dale, which with Houston, but, Nico Collins is out, and now Stephon Diggs is out. So that could either be really good or really bad because then the defense can focus heavily on Dell and shut him down. You just never know. This one's tight. I'm leaning slightly towards Hey Fellas for the win, and GW agrees with me again. So, Ride versus GW for anyone that gives a shit. Last week I was 5-1 in my picks. I think that may have been my best week this season. GW was 4-2. So that brings both of our season totals, Ride versus GW. We are tied at 25 and 23. So we are both above 500. Barely. But I'll take it. All right, guys. Hope you're having a great Saturday. And again, there is I believe it's Germany this Sunday morning at 8:30 Central. So we've got that game on. Make sure you got your roster set. And good luck to y'all, and hope you have a great weekend. And happy Veterans Day on Monday. And if any of you are veterans, then thank you for your service. See you guys.